Nacho, 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 nacho,
Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy Richard Razor Sharp, and before the video starts I just want to let you know that you might find over the next month or so there's less content coming out from me. Reason being, my wife gave birth to our daughter, so we've now got 2 children, and at the moment recording, editing content is a bit challenging. As parents will understand, you know, you've got to deal with night feeds and everything else that comes with having a newborn. So I'm going to try and get content out to you guys as quick as I can, but if you see a bit less content, that's the reason why. But guys, thank you for watching this video. If you like it, subscribe, share it with other people, and I hope you enjoy the content and leave your comments. But I'll get as much content out to you as I can during this period. But take care guys, peace. Okay guys, so this was my client's first haircut since we've come out of lockdown. So he has waited 3.5 months to get this haircut, so he was in wolf mode. But as you can see here, I'm putting in the bald line, and I'm just doing the outline first using my outliner blade on my Andis Super ZR2s, just to get in that skin level. You may also have noticed that I forgot to take the protective film off the face mask, so my visibility wasn't really great when I was doing this cut at the time, but then in the end I ended up taking off the face mask just so I could see clearly. Also, if you're wondering why I was doing this haircut outside, I personally made a choice as we were just coming out of lockdown that I wasn't going to cut in my clients' homes, but I was only going to do garden cuts, so hence why we're outside for this haircut. I'm now using the number 3 guard to remove a lot of the bulk from the side of my client's head. We're doing something a bit different. As his hair's grown out so much, he decided he wanted to do like a mini high top fade. So I'm just removing some of the bulk so I can begin to create my fade zones. Now using a number 2 guard to remove some of the excess hair, but at the same time I'm also sculpting the hair to create that connection between the hair on top and the sides where I'll begin to fade. Now using the 0.5 guard, I'm going up about ½ an inch to create my first barrier or fade zone, where I will fade from the skin line up to that point. Now with the guard off and the bail arm open, I'm now going to begin to blend up to that first barrier that I created. I've now got the bail arm fully closed, and I'm blending out that bottom skin line. Now I've moved the bail arm halfway between open and closed, and I'm just removing the excess weight that you can see.
nacho, 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 nacho.
1.5 guard now, just to blend down from that number 2 that I used earlier to help with the transition into the top. As I work with this guard, it's really beginning to lighten the hair up and just bring the shape out of the fade on the side. Okay, I'm now using the one guard with the bail arm open, and I'm fading up in a flick out motion just below my client's recession line, which is that corner point where the top and the side of the head meet. You'll notice that I'm now coming down over the top of the area that I just flicked up in the fade out motion. This is because this client's hair growth pattern requires me to do so. It varies from client to client, and you don't have to do it with every client. Some clients, because of their growth pattern and the direction that their hair grows in, you may actually have to fade slightly to an angle, which at times I do have to do with this client because of his growth pattern, as you can see that I'm doing now. But this is individual to each client, so you do whatever works best for the client that you're working with. I've now closed the bail arm fully, and I'm now going to fade just below the area that I was working at before to help make that smooth transition. Okay, now with the 0.5 guard and the bail arm open, I'm just using the flick out motion again just to remove any excess weight that I can see. I always say that fading is very visual, so if you see weight there, then you need to remove it. Once again, I'm using the bail arm at midpoint between open and closed, and I'll adjust between open, midpoint and closed to blend in the hair such that there's no weight line and there's a smooth transition. Okay, so now to the shape up. And one thing I've done before I began to shape up my client's hairline is I used the Magic Barber pencil, which is a chalk based pencil, just to draw out the outline of the hairline that I wanted to create. And now I'm working with that outline that I've made. You might not be able to notice it in the video because the pencil is quite faint, but I'm just working with the hairline that I've drawn out to create a nice, sharp and even and balanced hairline and shape up. So I've reduced the hair on my client's beard and I've blended it into the bottom of the fade. Now I'm just using my scissors just to neaten up the front of his beard, which he likes to have slightly longer, but he has some straggly hairs, so I'm just taking them out with my scissors. Okay, now with my Babyliss Pro trimmers, I'm just creating the outline for the beard for my client, and it really helps the blend begin to stand out, and it really brings this cut together. My client likes a very distinctive look to his beard. It doesn't fully connect, so we just work with it according to what he likes. Now my tip to lining up the mustache is to always start with the lip line first, as this creates the foundation and the base of the shape that you're going to give the client. If you get this right, it makes the rest of the mustache really come together and a lot easier to line up according to the desire of the client. Apologies guys that the visibility of what I'm doing with this mustache lineup isn't very clear, just because I only had one angle that I could use my camera from. I didn't have anyone else available to record, and I'm not using a swivel chair to be able to show you everything that I was doing. But with the other camera that I was using, it managed to get a bit more of an angle, which you can see here, so hopefully you get a bit more of a visual of what I was doing. I always finish off a client shape up with a straight razor, as it just makes the line extra sharp and allows the shape up to last for a couple days longer, looking really crispy. So yeah, hence how I got the name Razor Sharp, because I always use a straight razor unless the client tells me otherwise. Okay, so I'm just finishing off with a little bit of touch-up work just to make sure everything looks nice and clean. But guys, thank you so much for watching my video. If you like this tutorial and you like the content, then please click that subscribe button, like the video, share it with other people, and leave your comments. And I'm going to bring some more content to you guys really soon. Okay guys, enjoy the rest of the video. Take care. Peace.